Okay, as a preliminary to our workshop in social network analysis in R at the physical anthropology meetings, I just wanted to put together a quick video to just go through the basics of downloading the software you're going to need and installing. The first thing we're going to need is a recent copy of R, which is we can get at the Comprehensive Archive Network, CRAN, cran.rproject.org. The great majority of people will use one of these installers here. Can't imagine that anyone wouldn't here. I use a Mac, so I'm going to go to the download R for Mac, and I'm just going to download the latest release here. It only takes a couple seconds. Save file. Just got to hit the button. Save file. You can see the progress here. And we're good. Okay. So now, extract the package, load the software, continue, I agree, install, password. Doesn't take too long to install. Great, okay. Move to the trash. The next thing we're going to install is not absolutely necessary, but we've found that in general people are much more comfortable working with R in this interface known as RStudio. So we're going to download that from the RStudio webpage. I'm assuming no one wants to pay $30,000 a year, so we'll go for the free one. And again, find your operating system, and it's right there. Say OK. Drag the application to the alias of the applications folder, and we're good. Okay. Close that, and we can open RStudio. Yes, I would like to open. Okay, so your version of RStudio may look a little different than mine. I've had RStudio installed on this computer, obviously, before. You can change, for example, the color scheme by going to the Preferences menu and Appearance. I'm using a theme called Cobalt. Maybe you want Chaos. It's chaotic. Or Dreamweaver. Whatever your personal preference is. A lot of people like it dark with background. I find Cobalt semi-soothing. Great. So, okay, there are other things you can mess around with, the organization of the windows, that sort of thing. But now we need to install the packages that we'll be using for the workshop. The easiest way to do that is under the Tools menu, Install Packages. And we're going to start with iGraph. And yes, install, and make sure that the button is ticked for install dependencies. Library, iGraph. You can see that it is loaded. We can say help package equals iGraph, and we'll get documentation over here. So that looks good. The next thing we need to install is a suite of packages known as the StatNet suite of packages, which we will use for fitting statistical models. So we'll go to Install Packages, do StatNet, and here's that button you want to make sure you've ticked to install dependencies. There are going to be a lot of dependencies, and there are a lot of packages that get downloaded with StatNet. So hold on. Actually, I had already installed them, so it isn't a lot. But you'll get a lot. Library StatNet. Lots of messages, because we've got a bunch of different packages here. That's really all you need to know about for now. It would be best if you made sure that you had an up-to-date version of R, the latest versions of iGraph and StatNet installed on your computer before you get to Cleveland, and looking forward to meeting with you at the end of the month.